Hey there YouTube, we're going to talk about wire, but before we do that, do not forget to join CASA, follow notblowingsmoke.org, support HR 2058, contact your legislators, because the FDA is trying to basically get rid of all vaping products, and if they do that, then this video and any other videos are going to be pretty much pointless. So with that being said, let's get into all these different kinds of wires. Alrighty, here we go. So we're going to figure out what these wires are all about. First up is going to be just straight Kanthal. Kanthal A1 is what it's really, is its official name. Comes on a little spool like this. You get 30 feet for, a few bucks. It's pretty much cheap wire. It's the most common wire out there. This is 26 gauge. It's pretty thin, but it's actually kind of like my go-to 26, 24 gauge. The higher the number, the thinner the wire. So 26 gauge is thinner than 24 gauge. 24 is thinner than 22, and that holds true for all of the wires. So that's Kanthal. That's just your straight Kanthal wire. They're nothing fancy. To compare to, like, say, titanium wire, which is we have here. This is also 26 gauge. I mean, not a whole lot of difference. You can't really tell by looking at it what kind of wire it is. Now, I will say this particular titanium is a little bit darker. Probably gonna be really hard to tell on camera here, but it's a little bit darker. It doesn't have as much of a shine to it as the Kanthal does, but I mean, if you just saw a build in a tank or RDA or something, you're not gonna be able to really tell the difference. So that's titanium wire. Again, just single round wire, nothing special there. And then we also have stainless steel wire here. Again, you're not gonna be able to tell. This is 24 gauge, so it's a little bit thicker wire, but you're not really going to be able to tell the difference. Pretty much looks like Kanthal or titanium. But this is good. This can be used in temp control or in wattage mode, which is it's the most universal wire, I guess you'd say. Where Kanthal is wattage only. There's a couple mods out there that can do Kanthal temp control, but not many at all. So this is your most universal. Temp control or wattage mode. Kanthal, again, just wattage mode. Titanium wire is temp control only, and I'm not really a big fan of titanium. I have some, and I've used it here and there, but it's just kind of got like a metallic flavor for me. Now, I mean, your mileage may vary, but so that covers your regular round wires, titanium, stainless, and Kanthal. There's also nickel Ni200, which I don't have. Not a fan of nickel wire at all. If I do temp control, I do stainless steel. So that's those. Now we're going to get into more complex wires. And this is a Clapton. Okay, so it says Clapton with KA1, which is your Kanthal A1 wire. And let's see, right here, on the label right here, it says 26 plus 32. Basically what you have is, and I tried to pull this apart so hopefully you can see it on camera here. What you have is you have a 26 gauge core, that's right there in the middle there, right here. And it's wrapped with a 32 gauge here, and it's wrapped really, really tight all the way around. So if I were to, just kind of unwrap some of this, oh, it broke off. But that's how thin this little wire is. But yeah, it's just wrapped around really, really tight. So when you actually look at the wire, I don't know if my camera's going to be able to zoom in on that or not, but when you look at it really close, you can see, and don't mind the cat meowing, you can see the little wraps of wire around there. And what that does is it allows a lot more flavor, because the juice will get stuck, caught in between all those little wraps of wire, and it just gives you a lot better flavor. Now, they make Clapton in all kinds, but if you see a Clapton coil for like your sub-ohm tank or something, this is the kind of wire that's in there. Just wrapped around. Yeah, so that's what I have for Clapton wire. Now, there's obviously tons and tons of different wire. We're not going to go into super complex stuff, but this it can be store bought. Geek Vape makes this wire here. You get 15 feet for about $5, so you can make a lot of different coils. And this wire is one of my go-to wires. I really like this Clapton wire. It's easy to work with, great flavor, cheap, economical. So that's Clapton. Now we have another type of Clapton. This is called a fused Clapton. Basically, what you get is you have 2 core wires in the middle there. So you have 2 wires, and this single outside wire is wrapped around 2 wires. So this is a 26 dual 26 core with 32 around the outside, and the other wire I had was a single 26 with 32. So again, same principle here. Because now we have 2 cores of core wires, it just gives you, even more surface area to hold the juice and produce more flavor. Again, this is another one of my good. I'm pretty much just running all Clapton stuff now, and I even have another wire that's like this, but has a Kanthal ribbon wire underneath. So it's just like a big flat piece that's as wide as these two. So it's got the flat ribbon, then the 2 parallel cores, and this wrapped around. And that wire is by far and away my favorite. But yeah, so that's a quick overview of these wires and a little bit of close-up view here. Let's go on back out and take a look at my pretty face. Whew! Well, welcome back there, YouTube. So there's a lot of wire out there, and that's just kind of like a taste of the wire that's out there. But I hope this helps it clears up some of the confusion, maybe with you hearing all these different words, especially even in like in sub-ohm tank coils. You hear Clapton or Kanthal or whatever, and you're like, what in the world is that? So hopefully that kind of clears up some of the confusion. Just keep in mind that there are many other wires out there, but that's the core of what's out there. So again, I hope that helps. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Leave a comment down below. Be sure to subscribe. And until then, let's go out on a vape, shall we? Let's have a vape. This is the NiChrome Coolfire 4 TC100 and my Griffin 22. Keep your vape game strong, YouTube. Ah, it's so good. So good. See you in the next one.